I want to create a function or method, I should say, that's going to return the valid values, meaning that a user can only put these values in and we'll check to see if it's equal to one of these values. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to say here, public static is valid option string. I'll call this option coming in as a string. We're going to test this. Sorry, that's supposed to be a Boolean. And we're going to say here, mortgage options, an array. I'll say MO here is equal to mortgage option values. So here we'll get an array of mortgage options, which is an enumerator, and this allows to iterate through all these values. We'll then here create a for each loop where I'll go through here. I'll say var just say CO for current option, and then MO there. And then here, I'll type in here, if CO, which is the current option right now, I'll say here text. Remember, that's this value that I defined here. I made it public and final. Is equals to the option that came from the outside of this method. Just to make sure that we don't change this by mistake, I'll make that final. So if I find that match right here, we know that that we found a valid value. So then I'll say here return true. And in this example, return false. And that should give us a valid option right here. I don't think I need to make this an instance variable. So let's make this a static, not instance variable, sorry, instance method. So let's make this static. It belongs to the class now. Let's save all. Let's go here back to my main method here. And this will be my main method here. And this I can test to see if it's a valid value that's coming from the outside world. Okay, so that's what I'll do eventually, is use that to test for valid values. So for example, in fact I can do it now. I'm going to type in here, if mortgage option is valid option, okay, those values are coming from the outside world here, and I will test any one of those values, args I, and I'll say here return, I'll say return false. I'll say here, if it's not equal to one of those valid options, we're going to say here system out, invalid option entered. So I'll do a test like that. So let's save it. In fact, let me install this jar real quick, just to test to see if it works. Let's go to the terminal, clear the screen, and these are the values that I want to enter in. When I hit enter, it's telling me invalid option here, because detail worked fine interest worked fine, but these didn't work fine. So let's run this again, just with one of those options. So I will do here, let me get rid of the numbers here for now. And let's get rid of 30. Let's get rid of the 400,000. And we're just testing these options here. Okay, saying invalid option for one of these guys. So which one was it? Let's do one at a time. Let's do here detail. That didn't work actually. All right, so let me test this in a different way just to see what's going on.